Hey friends, Gary here. Welcome to today's video. So yesterday Panasonic Lumix announced a new camera called the Panasonic Lumix L10, which is a micro four thirds premium compact camera, which is the successor to the very successful LX100 series. In today's video, I want to share to you my own personal thoughts and opinions about the Panasonic Lumix L10. Hopefully this will be interesting. Hopefully this also will be entertaining and informative. So right here I have the original Panasonic Lumix LX100 compact camera, which is a very interesting camera at that time and also very successful for a couple of reasons. First of all, it is a micro four thirds camera, meaning that it has micro four thirds sensor, but it has a built-in non-interchangeable lens on it with a 24 to 75mm equivalent. That is already very interesting. And then also the form factor is not really that big, but at the same time it has excellent control. All that you need is right here. It has a dedicated shutter dial, it has a dedicated aperture ring, it has EVF, although not a very good one, and overall using this camera is just so pleasant. It is also small, compact, not really that heavy, so it's perfect for everyday photography and also for travel. And also it is one of the first few cameras, compact cameras that actually has 4K video recording, although I don't record 4K at all. So at that time the LX100 is really groundbreaking, interesting, and it's just so innovative in my opinion. So I use this camera a lot. I took it to so many countries to take pictures, to record a little bit of video. It has also become my everyday carry camera simply because how easy it is to use, the versatility of the lens and the large aperture as well, f1.7, makes it a very compelling package. However, I always dreamed of a more advanced LX100, not more advanced, but an LX100 with some added features. Mainly, I want the LX100 to have a fully articulating screen because not only I'm doing photography, I'm also doing a little bit of video with this camera. And then I also want a microphone jack with this camera so that I can attach external microphone. At that time, there aren't that many good camera for recording talking head video like what I'm doing right now. Now I'm using the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, which is a very nice camera for this particular purpose, but it's not a photography camera. Imagine that if I can condense everything into a single package, that would solve my problem, and the LX100 could probably be the only camera that I need. And you know what? Suddenly, yesterday, Panasonic Lumix announced the L10 with those added features, with the fully articulating screen, with the microphone jack. Wow, oh my god, this could be it. Not just the microphone jack and the fully articulating screen, the L10 also introduces the face detect autofocus system alongside with a newer sensor from the Lumix GH7. Wow, that's mind-blowing. So that means that for video, the continuous autofocus will be excellent, and also with the added resolution, the multi-aspect ratio will not be too severe, because with the LX100, although it uses 16 megapixel micro four thirds sensor, the lens crop it a little bit to allow for the multi-aspect ratio. So effectively you can only get 12 megapixel out of this guy. Same story with the LX100 Mark II, because that guy uses the 20 megapixel micro four thirds sensor, and the effective megapixel that you are getting for your image is only 16. So now they are using a higher number so that you can get 20 megapixel for your photo. And yeah, that's kind of interesting as well. Also, the L10 features a newer EVF that is hopefully much better than this guy. I heard that it is OLED instead of the field sequential EVF like on the original LX100. I think that's a big step up. I think many people will enjoy that EVF because frankly speaking, on the LX100, the EVF is just quote-unquote a decoration. I cannot really use this, it's too small, and also the image quality of the EVF is not really that great. So overall, I think the L10 might be it. It might be the LX100 successor that I'm really looking for after more than a decade of dreaming of that particular camera. Now, there are a couple of things that I also noticed from the L10. First of all, the lens. I think it is the same lens from the original LX100. This lens is really great. The minimum focusing distance is excellent, and also it has dedicated macro mode so you can focus really close, and the 24 to 75mm focal length range is very flexible for everyday photography, and the large f1.7 aperture at the widest end, and also maximum aperture of f2.8 when you zoom it all the way to 75mm. That is more than enough also for everyday photography, so that is a very respectable lens. But there was a problem with this original LX100 lens, and that is dust resistance. You know, after using the LX100 for a few months, I started to see dust gathering inside of the lens and eventually entering into the sensor area, and that's not good because that means when I stopped down the lens to f5.6 or to f8, I started to see a lot of dust speckles on my actual photos. That is not good, and I am not quite sure that Panasonic Lumix already fixed this lens issue with the LX100 Mark II, and that's also something that I'm worried with the L10. Have they fixed this dust issue yet, or is it still the same exact lens just being put on a new camera module? We're gonna have to wait and see. Now correct me if I'm wrong, but again, the original LX100 lens is very slow to boot. As you can see right here, takes a good few seconds, and zooming isn't exactly fast as well. You know, getting from 24 to 75, that takes a few seconds, and that's one of the reasons why I don't really use the LX100 that much these days. I hope that it's going to be a different story on the L10. Maybe they already upgraded the motor so that the zoom can become faster, but I'm not quite sure. I still want to observe these particular issues before I make a real conclusion with the L10, whether it's going to be a camera that I want or not. Nevertheless, I think Panasonic made the right move with the L10. I think Panasonic listened to our request and finally created the perfect version of the LX100. And also being a premium advanced compact camera, I think now Panasonic Lumix can start to compete in the premium compact camera market, which has a very big demand, as we see with the Fuji X100 series and the Ricoh GR series. This is going to be interesting. I wanna see in the future how the dynamic turns out. I mean, will people be interested in the L10, or are they still steered more toward Fuji or Ricoh because of the brand or the marketing or the hype? We'll just have to see, but nevertheless, again, this is the right step in the right direction from Panasonic Lumix. Now, a question for me personally, will I buy it? That's a very great question for me. And the answer, unfortunately, is not immediately, because as you can see right now, I have 6 Micro Four Thirds cameras, and I'm only one person. Why do I need to have all these 6 cameras? That's not counting the other cameras from my other format, from my Leica M8.2 and also from my Sony, and not counting the other miscellaneous cameras like my Pocket 3 and also my Action 4 and also my other stuffs. I already have too much camera. But do I want the L10? Yes, I want the L10. So I will never say never. I'm not saying that I will never buy the L10, but currently as it is, I'm quite happy with my setup. But who knows, in the future, I might be really interested in the L10 and I might just pull the trigger and get one. All in all, again, I think Panasonic made a nice camera. The L10, I think it's going to be successful. I think it really attracts us Micro Four Thirds enthusiasts who are really into the compact camera market like the LX100. I think this is what we really want, and I'm hoping that Panasonic will be successful in the future. However, I do still hope for an interchangeable lens version of the L10, probably the successor of the GX series, because again, those are all the features that I want out of a camera. So making it interchangeable lens, I think is a no-brainer. It's going to be successful as well, and I will definitely buy that camera. Anyway, enough about me. Those are all of my own personal thoughts and opinions about the L10. But what about you? What do you think about the Panasonic Lumix L10? Will you be getting one? Please share on the comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to learn from you. I always love reading your comments. So please share down below. But that's it for today's video. Hopefully this has been interesting, entertaining, fun and inspiring as well. Don't forget to support my channel by liking this video, sharing this video, subscribing to my channel down below. And if you want to support my work even further, consider joining my Patreon membership. Check out my latest travel photography video course called Simplifying Travel Photography. Use the affiliate links down below or use the super thanks button to make a small donation to my channel. Thank you very much, and I will see you on the next video. Goodbye.